Hello, everybody, and welcome to this interview with Debbie Reader. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. And she is the CEO and co-founder of a network marketing business. And I'm really looking forward to this interview because, and especially here in Sweden, we were talking about it before, but here it's kind of a hot potato. But I think it's a fantastic way of making your. It's not my business, but it's kind of it's whatever I put in this business, I get out of it. So, welcome, and so fantastic to hear about your story.
Thanks, Soya. As we were talking pre-interview, we're going to be discussing a couple of hot potatoes today, and I like hot potatoes because I think that, anything that creates conversation, interest, and need to know more. I was told by my first mentor, and this just came to me many, many years ago, that we don't condemn before we investigate. That we need to understand what we're talking about and how it relates to our own personal lives. So I will tell you more about me. My name is Debbie Reader, and I am the mother of 4 and the grandmother of soon to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have had a beautiful life because I've spent my entire life, as far as my business life, helping other people find their own levels of success. I started out many years ago in a regular job where I was competing with people, and, it was so political. If you got your raise, it was just not the business I wanted to be in and not the lifestyle. So I wanted freedom. And that launched a journey for my husband, Dave, and I into the industry of network marketing, or maybe you've heard it called MLM. Now, I was the one in the beginning that said, wait a minute, what is this? I don't think this is something that I want to do. It doesn't really make sense to me. But as I investigated more and as I did my own due diligence and followed my path, which for me was driven by my faith because it was the pastor of our church who introduced us to this industry, I realized there was something here that could truly change not only my life, but future generations. And so it started our journey in this industry. And has it been all rainbows and puppies the entire time? No, it is a business. Just like anything that you do, whether you're working a job or you own a restaurant, it is a business. And you have your ups and downs and ins and outs, but you learn from it. And one of the things that I learned as a woman in this industry is that this is one of the ways that we can find true freedom. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but yet I wanted to earn an incredible income. And I was able to do that. But more importantly, I was able to help many other moms do the same. And for me, that's a blessing in my life. And I feel like it's my calling. So over the years, as we were brand partners or distributors in different companies, and we were able to raise a beautiful family, travel the world, help other people do the same, one of the things that I found was missing was a woman in a corporate position in a network marketing company. Because, we're 80% women in our industry, but yet we were represented by maybe 1 or 2 female CEOs. And so I thought, we have to change that, because we as women in a corporate type situation, we have a different heartbeat. We have a different ethos. We come from nurturing and raising up and caring. And I felt like that was something that we needed. So I launched a company about 6 or 7 years ago. It is morphed into a company now that's in we're getting ready to launch a new country, 26 different countries. I still work from my home office. I have corporate staffs and I have manufacturing and all of that, but I still stay true to my calling and my values, which is spending time with the family and the grandkids. We have a birthday today for my 1-year-old grandchild. I don't have to ask the boss off. I just get up and go. And that's the lifestyle I want to be able to instill in other people. I think one of the things too that we discussed is that there are people maybe that don't understand our industry, and what we don't understand, we tend to condemn or criticize. Maybe we heard it from a friend of a friend of a friend and never really did it ourselves. I'm telling you that this is something that can swing open doors, especially for women with children. Not having to leave the house every day and go to a job and then trust somebody else to watch your kids, having the freedom to be able to work from home. And that, again, is my calling, to be able to train other people to do the same thing. So that's a little bit of our history. We have a company now that is changing so many people's lives. It's so humbling for my husband and I to hear the stories and to see what we're able to do, not only from changing their lives with products, but the business itself changing people's lives. I mean, gosh, in a month, we're taking 150 people to Spain on a holiday. I love it. I love it. So that's who I am. That's what I do. And I'm just welcome any questions you might have for me.
Yeah, I mean, how long have you been in this industry?
38 years, 39 years, 39 years. Wow. And I have learned a lot in those 39 years, and I just enjoy so much what we're doing. But yeah, a long time.
But during all this time, you haven't been founding your own business, or?
I came up for the first 32 years as a distributor in this industry, building businesses, building teams around the world, but actually launching our own company about 7 years ago, because I retired. I was like, I'm retired. We've done so well in this industry. I'm just going to stay home with the grandkids and retire. But that wasn't my calling. That lasted about 30 days. And I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to continue to change people's lives and build an international business. So that kind of changed our focus just the tiniest bit, but with the same desired outcome.
But the product that's in the company, I mean, because when I started working with you and your husband in your company, we had another product, and last spring when we were in Croatia, one of the days we were on a boat and you told us, we have a surprise for you.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that you do as a business owner too is recognize trends. You recognize the possibility of, natural products, plant-based products that come along, and everything kind of aligns. And yes, we had another series of products that I still firmly believe in. We just had difficulty in the marketplace because it was stigmatized. But I found for me personally that I needed this product that we have designed now, because I found myself, even though I've been in the wellness industry for 3 decades, I found myself unhealthy, overweight, stressed out, full of cortisol. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. I'm so blessed to have this wonderful team of formulators and biochemists, and with an outreach all around the world to different plants that can do wonderful things. And so that's what we gave samples of when we were all in Croatia together. And I used myself first as the person to try the product, and I tried a lot of different variations of it. And when I started seeing my cortisol levels go down, fat starting to disappear, inflammation starting to disappear, then I gave it to all of you to try. And it's been crazy ever since.
Yeah. I actually have a picture here on Christina. I can show you all about the cortisol. So this is I think is it like 15 months apart or something?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what bathing suit she has on there. We know her by her bathing suits, right? So
yeah, I now maybe it's more. It's the Ralph Lauren, so it can
she's
be
probably even slimmed down since. Yeah, I mean, when you
Yeah.
look in the mirror and you see that puffy face and you don't recognize yourself, and it may not even be that you've gained weight. You just have this inflammation that's coursing through your body, and it wants to settle in your face a lot of times. So to see her before and after, we're not even seeing her full body, which is incredible what's happened with her, but the face tells the story. And so it started.
I have a full body picture as well here. So
yeah. It's so the inflammation that settles, it translates into a lot of it is visceral fat that wants to sit around your organs, or you know, the kind you just can't get rid of. And so I love that we have created a product with ingredients from around the world, sustainably sourced, that help you feel better, look better, be happier, find your level of wellness. A lot of people are searching for wellness and just don't know what to do, you know? And so I love that it's one product too, that it's just one scoop. It's not 5 different pills you have to take.
And also when you told your story behind everything, I was very convinced. I mean, not only have you and your husband and your company really taught me to learn to love network marketing. I mean, really, I mean, I came from a place where I was very suspicious, and I was also very suspicious about this product, because the thing we were selling before, I mean, that was more aligned with who I thought I was. And then you came with this, and I was like, yeah, very suspicious.
Listen, I don't blame you. But I think that, you know, life takes us down different routes and such. And a lot of times we just have to open our minds up and our hearts, and just have faith and understand that certain things happen for a reason. And for us personally, yes, we lost one thing, but we got so much more in return. You know?
Yeah, we did. And that's the thing with this product. It's so much more. And for me, especially me, I mean, it's my sweet tooth like disappeared. And for me, that's been an issue all my life. And I seen example after example. There's so many women, I mean, men, of course, too, but there's mostly women who use this product. But there's so many, I mean, more benefits from this than just losing weight.
Yeah, and that's, see, that is something that's so interesting, Zoya, because when we first brought it out, of course, my goal was to reduce inflammation and to lose weight that I had personally. But as the product was getting into more hands, the stories that were coming back from what it was doing for people. For me, it was my joy juice. I automatically felt joy whenever I drink it. I still do. And so, and even my kids, they would go, Mom's on her joy juice, because I would just be happy and cheerful. And I hadn't really been that way naturally for a long time, meaning you'd force yourself to smile and you'd force yourself to be happy. But when you can genuinely be joyful, that was amazing for me. And it, you know, better sleep and better focus and mental clarity, and people that had been in a foggy mindset for years, all of a sudden thinking clearly again. And I was like, wow, you know, God's put some wonderful plants on this earth. And I think we just went and found the right ones. And this formula, one scoop, guys, I'm telling you what, it does so much for you. And you're talking about women mainly. I just got off a Zoom just a little while ago with a gentleman on, and the change in his physique is incredible. Were you on the Zoom?
I watched it, and it was like,
I was like, men, they lose weight quickly, and they, it's so obvious. And he talked about always being heavy, ever since school and beyond. And now he's healthy and he's found his balance. And I think that's our journey here. That's our purpose.
And that's why I like the product so much. And I mean, not only like, I really love it, but it's because of the natural thing and what's happened inside, and because there is so much out there. I mean, you were actually the one who taught me about, I mean, I knew it was big, but I had no idea how much money people put in to getting slimmer, and it's a lot of money.
Well, and it's using products too that force your body to lose weight. And when you force your body to lose weight, it doesn't like it. The moment you're off that product, you gain that weight back plus more, because you have not changed anything about your habits, your way of eating, the way you feel. You don't deal with any of that. You're just forcing your body. And I think that it has to be done in a way that allows your body to let go on its own. And when you lose weight like that, or you feel better because of things that are going on naturally inside your body, it becomes more of a lifestyle than just temporary. And believe me, I've been through the temporary before, tried a lot of different things, lose, gain it back plus more. And so I love that this is more of a lifestyle. You just, you drink it, you love it, and you feel better.
Yeah. So, but this is for me. I mean, I have people around me who's taking medication, that kind of medication that helps you gain weight quite fast. But a lot of it is muscle, and everybody talk about that they feel so weak, and yeah. So one of my friend, he can't even work. Because he found himself on a ladder, like 3 meters up, and started to feel very nauseous, and so there is so many things with this, and when you have like, this is natural, and it's not a quick fix.
No, it's not. And listen, I'm not condemning people that are taking maybe shots or diet pills or whatever. People are desperate. This just shows how desperate they are. And I don't blame them, because a lot of extra weight and inflammation, it's not healthy. It's going to shorten your lifespan. Okay. We want to increase your health span as well as your lifespan. And I do not blame them. I have helped, or we have helped as a company, a lot of people maybe get off of some of those products and use the Zestil, and not, a lot of times they'll tell you, if you get off this pill or this shot, you're going to gain all your weight back. And it's true, okay, because you are forcing your body. But if we can help them just maintain that weight loss, or even increase it to, more pounds off the scales, or more fat away from the visceral organs, that's a noble cause also. And so that's the reason that this company was born, because when I started really researching what I wanted to do to lose the extra weight, and I saw all this going on, I said, oh my gosh, there's got to be more than just me not wanting to do that, and so that's where this all kind of came about. But again, I don't condemn those that are doing things like that, because you're doing it out of desperation, and I understand. I don't like that it's against what we call the label, or they're using it for something other than what it was designed for. So that makes me nervous. But hey, again, desperation creates a need, to try whatever they think might work. So I think you're desperate enough to try this.
Yeah, and I agree. But I mean, when there is this natural thing, and I'm so happy that you and your husband actually made this product and put it out on the market.
I love it. I love it. And I love that it does so many things for so many people. I mean, it's like 10 different products. You know, I looked at a company that had some of the same things that we have, not in the blend that we do. And you had to buy like, I don't know, like $600, which I'm not sure what that translates into euros, probably 550 in euros a month to take it. And you had to take all these different things at different times. I'm like, oh, that's too complicated. People are not going to do that. We need something simple and effective. And that's what we have.
Yeah. So for people who are watching now, I mean, like you were telling me, you are in this industry, and it's really a way of, for me, it stands for freedom. We had a Zoom meeting, you and I and your husband, and you said, don't you ever apologize for your children, because in this business, we're doing this for our families.
Exactly.
And it really touched me. So,
well, I just know, because I've raised 4 kids and while building businesses like this. And you know what? If my child cried or if they were screaming or whatever, I would just say, you know what? This is why I'm here. I want to be here to pick them up when they fall down or to hear their first words. I want this to be about family. And that is something that's always been very important to me. Not only being there and raising these children up, but also teaching them that if you want something bad enough and you're willing to take the risk, make the leap, wonderful things can happen. And I think that a lot of children aren't raised like that anymore. They're supposed to fit a certain mold, and we know our children don't. And so I love that all of my kids are entrepreneurs. You know, I just love that. And so that's something that's been very special for David and I. And, you know, they're involved with us in this company. And I know in fact, I told my grandkids, they were helping me create samples one day. And this was in the very beginning. I mean, we were doing little samples. And they go, Mimi, this is so much fun. And I said, enjoy it, because this is going to be your company one day. And I truly believe that. This is a legacy company, not only for David and I and our family, but for yours.
So you're really talking about raising your children and grandchildren up in this energy of feeling free, and not having the feeling of being owned by someone.
And, you know, my kids, they grew up with me going to all of their school events. I was always the mom that you could call to if you needed a parent for something, you know, because I had the freedom to be able to do that. And so blessed to help so many other women be able to appreciate that too. You know, as women, sometimes we're pulled in different directions. You know, we want to feel like we bring value into a relationship or to our family. So value sometimes means I have to earn money, right? But we trade time and we trade freedom for that money. And so what I want to instill upon women is you've got immense value. You do. And you can get into a business like this. You can be working the business with a child in your lap. Even as a grandmother, I have been on Zooms, and you've probably been on them with me, with one of my grandkids in my lap, because it's important to me. And I think that women need to know that we bring immense value into this particular industry, that it suits us so well that you set a goal and then we work together to achieve it. And you do it and you're building your own business. You're not answering to anyone else. There is a certain amount of freedom knowing that if you put a minute into this business and you're rewarded, it's because you spent that minute or that 5 minutes or that 1 hour building your business. So for me, it's a beautiful place to be. I could not be an employee anymore. I would be a horrible employee because I like my freedom, you know? So that's what I want to kind of preach and teach all around the world, no matter where we are in the world. And listen, we love our men, we love our gentlemen, and I understand that. But remember, I said 80% of the people in our industry are women, okay? and we need to be fairly represented and compensated, and we need to understand that not all companies are equal. Okay, there's a lot of companies in our industry that are not run they're run by corporations and what would you call them, a board of trustees. They don't understand us. They don't understand what we do and why we do it. And so I think that's why this company is different, because I know. I know I've built it, I've done it, and I understand where you are sitting right now. And it is my goal to help those that want to be helped, that want to put in the time and the effort, and we can do some marvelous things like all go to Spain together or other fun things we get to do.
But you kind of answered my question, but because this is my third company that I tried, and I can really see the difference in how you work and how you work with your with the partners, and you're very personal, and I can also see that you have a compensation plan that's more generous than anyone else I ever seen. And for me, that's where God, I think, come in, because for me, I want to be able to give 10% of my income.
Sure.
Yeah, and it feels like you built your faith into this company, because it really feels like you want to compensate the people that works for you.
Well, and that's how we're led. You know, that's how we've always been led. Even as distributors, before we even owned a company, we always wanted to see our team thrive and grow and prosper. And so as we kind of took that step to launching a company and creating a compensation plan, one of the things that what you're talking about, you feel, is that I want to pay you as much as we possibly can. We operate very, very leanly as a company, and we pay out very richly to each and every one of you, because we understand that you are the heartbeat of the company. And that's where a lot of corporate staffs and CEOs and presidents of network marketing companies, they don't get that. They see you as a number, they see you as the volume that you create, and that's it. You know, and David and I see each and every one of you as something very valuable and important to what we're doing here, joining this journey with us. And so that's where the compensation comes in. And for those that work with me, you know, I lean forward all the time, because I want you to prosper. And your prosperity does not hurt my bottom line. Okay. It increases it over time. And I understand that.
Yeah. And that's where, for me, it's like when you give, you also get. I mean, it's like give and take, and it's so beautiful the way together in this company. So,
well, we just want people to be blessed. You know, we want people to find their level of freedom and the ability, like you, to be able, you want to tithe 10%. I think that's incredible. What if you want to tithe 30%? You know, if you're making 200% more than what you were making before you got involved with us, then hey, you know, it's like that. People make a joke now that sometimes in our industry, I'm paying more in taxes than I ever earned in my life. That's a good thing, because, you know, your income is so much that it doesn't hurt to pay taxes. Always hurts, kind of, but anyway. But we just, you know, our goal is to see people prosper in whatever prosperity means to them. And you know, I always ask somebody, what is your why? Why are you doing this? What has led you to this decision to become part of you know, our business? And I love to hear the stories, because they're all different. And that's what we have to understand. Some people are not money driven. They are driven by the, you know, the need to help other people, or to grow themselves, or to be recognized for good work. I mean, how many times are you recognized in your regular job? You're not. You're expected to do something. You do it, and then you go home. When you do something with us, we celebrate. We have fun, because I think that recognition and appreciation is an important part of why we do this.
Yeah.
I kind of go off on other things, but hey.
Yeah, but it's okay. And for me, it's like when you talk, for me, it's obvious that God and money, it's like, it's just an energy that works very well together.
Oh, always. I mean, I think that it's, he wants you to be blessed. He wants you to have the desires of your heart, whatever that may be. And see, I can't tell you what it is, you know, but he also says you have to put forth the effort. You know, you just don't say, okay, universe, send it to me. No, there's effort involved here, and you have to, because he's going to reward those who take the proper steps. And I'm not trying to preach or anything like that here, but I'm just saying that when we're in alignment with what our goals are and what his goals are for us, things happen. Amazing things happen. Like this company being in 26 countries now. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know, and so we love the blessings. Let them rain down. We love them.
Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. And I'm so glad you took this time and just so generously talking about your company and where you come from, and yeah, and I really hope we're spreading seeds here in whoever watch.
I think if we just soften the heart of just one person, then we've made a big difference, because that one person can go and soften the hearts of 10 more. And so that is our goal, you know, with a podcast like this, is just, if we change the life of one person, then I think we have done our job.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you. See you soon.
Yeah.